Yes.
I know. I'm nervous. So nervous.
Kris Levan is with us. Clinton Smith. We're talking about the Indiana County United Way. Good morning to both of you.
Morning.
Good morning.
It's good to have you with us here this morning. We talk about Indiana County United Way a lot because you do so much. And the fundraising campaign is underway right now. You both are so heavily involved in it. Well, Clinton, let's start with you. What are we talking about today?
Well, first of all, thank you for having us on here all the time to give us the chance to talk about it. It's awesome that you guys let us come in to talk about the campaign. But things are going really well. We were off to a really good start, but we're kind of in a little bit of a lull right now. We just hit 40%, and so we still have a really far way to go to hit our goal, which this year, if nobody knows, it's $725,527. So we still have
why. Tell them why. That's what
so
it is.
it's a palindrome. So it's the same number forward and the same number backwards.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go. There
Joe
you go.
picked last year. Joe
Madam,
picked
I'm
724-814, which is really clever because that's the areas that we serve. So
I see.
I couldn't come up with anything quite as clever, so we just raised it a little bit and made it a palindrome.
Yeah.
So
you make that a theme for the whole year? You can use Madam, I'm Adam if you'd like.
Is that one?
Yeah,
okay,
that's
we'll see what else we can think of.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's the goal. And obviously, a lot of big events go into making that happen, and you've got some coming up.
Yeah. So next one we actually have it coming up would be Pancake and Sausage Day. So that's going to be the same thing that they do every year. It's held at the Indiana Regional Medical Center from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and it's on Election Day. This year they're going to have a choice of blueberry pancakes, regular pancakes, French toast, and the meal also includes sausage and a drink. And the proceeds benefit the United Way.
Of Indiana County. It's always on Election Day.
It's always on Election Day. Yeah, so that's easy to remember.
And you can elect to give to the United States. Elect to give to the United Way.
Bringing it home.
Telling you. Tell you what, Clinton, I think this might be blocking our view of Kris there. We subjected her to so many short jokes here since she walked into the studio.
It's been a rough start to the morning.
A rough visit for Kris Levan here in the studio. But Kris, this is big, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And Pancake and Sausage Day is big because there's a lot of community involvement there. So we hope to see tons of people there. But if you don't like pancakes and sausage, but you do like eating, we have another one following that our friends at Luigi's and Climber are helping us with, right? Who doesn't? So between November 5th and November 10th, head out to Climber for a meal at Luigi's, and portions of those proceeds, the kind folks at Luigi's are donating back to the United Way. So lots of good opportunities to eat and give in the next few weeks.
Yeah, and that's not a one-day thing. That's an entire week.
Yeah, the 5th through the 10th, November 5th through 10th. So you can hit up the weekend in there.
Yeah.
We just went out there last week for my sister's birthday just to test it out,
Is that why you went?
Yeah, it's still good. So it's still good.
Yeah, we went out there, too, for our anniversary last month. And you're right, it is. It still works.
Yeah.
Very well. Gracious sakes. All right, so we're filling up people's stomachs. We've got other things to do for the United Way, don't we? Other events.
Yeah, the next one, you probably know more about it than we do because it happens right here in this room. But we have the Turkey-thon coming up, and that's at the end of November, and that's November 23rd from 9 a.m. to noon.
And that fills people's stomachs as well. Bill Otto came up with this idea however many years ago it was, and has raised so much money and put so much into it, and so many people come together, and you know this, both of you. The amount of work that people put into making this such a success really indicates how many people really value the Indiana County United Way.
I think that's kind of the whole reason I came up with my theme this year. The whole theme for the campaign this year is a hashtag because we're doing everything on social media. Hi, Facebook. So the hashtag is community strong because really that's the first thing I noticed. There's so many different people, from the people at the Indiana Regional Medical Center that put on Pancake and Sausage Day, to Bill Otto and Hal Wingard that put together the Turkey-thon, everything that Luigi's does, Romeo's. There's so many different organizations in town that if they wouldn't all come together, we wouldn't have met our goal last year or the year before. So it really takes everyone in the community to come together for the United Way.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about the Turkey-thon to me is how many groups do it on a yearly basis. It becomes an annual event within that group. Teachers at this school or that school, hospital workers, people in offices that always get together and always do the Turkey-thon. It's amazing.
And you mentioned, however many years ago it was. We can tell you it was 30. So this is going to be the 30th
really
anniversary. Yes, it is the Bill Otto's Oldies Attic 30th anniversary turkey-thon.
Just amazing. And the format of it is what really amazes me, because people, you give to the United Way, you get the gift cards that are donated by the various entities, the supermarkets and everybody else who donates gift cards, and then they help the hungry to put food on their table for Thanksgiving dinner. It's just an amazing format that Bill has come up with, and just to make it work the way that they do is just amazing. 30 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
For all of our fundraisers throughout the year, it's probably the biggest fundraiser that happens in the shortest amount of time.
Oh, yeah.
So it's one of the ways that the United Way gets the most money. So if people are able to support the Turkey-thon, if they haven't in the past, it's definitely a chance to get involved.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's deal with this lull here right now, and let's get people back in the idea, the mindset that the United Way is such a valuable agency and does so many good things, and now's the time for people to really step forward.
Yeah.
It is. So I was going to say the events are a great way, but I mean, just people who feel it on their hearts to give. Mm-hmm. We depend on them so much, and we learned something recently that keeps sticking with us, that there are 85,000 folks that live in our county, men, children, mm-hmm. and if just everyone covered enough for 10 people, $10 for everyone in their household. So if mm-hmm. everybody covered enough for $10 for everyone in their household, that would more than meet our goal.
That would do it.
That would do it, and then some. So it's not like these big deep pockets. It's just lots of pockets mm-hmm. working together.
Yeah, and one of the great things about the United Way campaign that I always latch on to is the fact that when some companies will do this, a lot of companies do this, they will make it so easy for you to give through the course of a year. So it's not like you're giving a chunk all at once. They can make it happen so easily so that you don't feel that money coming out of your pocket, but you're still making your donation. It just happens over the course of time.
It depends on the company if they have the ability to make an extra line for payroll deduction where it can just come out, because that's how people will get entered into the incentive prizes. If you give $208 a year, mm-hmm. you get entered for incentive prizes that are actually really nice. And so some of those companies will do that. Some of them don't have the ability, but we're doing a lot of employee presentations right now. So if anyone out there is in charge of a company or HR and wants us to come in and give a presentation and talk about the United Way and talk about the partner agencies and where the money goes that we collect, that's a lot of what we're doing right now too.
Yeah. And if your company doesn't do that, but you still want to give, put an envelope in your drawer every week, pull out the envelope, put a $5 bill in it, close the envelope up.
We would accept that.
Yeah. It's just that easy, though, and that's the important thing, is people realize not only the value but how easy it can be.
Yeah. Now, we're in that lull right now. Typically, last year we started the corporate sponsors too. So we do have a lot of corporate sponsors that really is the reason the beginning of the campaign, we jumped so quickly in the beginning. We have our community leaders this year. That's Krebs United Publications, Rosebud Mining Company, Thomas M. Frick Insurance, Government and Civil Employee Services, and the Rishkini Group. And those are all our community leaders this year that really helped the campaign begin.
And then we have another group of sponsors, our champion sponsors, who are also just helping us make a huge difference. And those include Colonial Motors, Colonial Toyota, and Mark Arbuckle Nissan, Affordable Interiors, First Commonwealth Bank, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Superior Yardscape. So just lots of companies kind of stepping up to help us with the goal too.
Yeah. We also have leader levels as well. So there are a couple other companies that were corporate sponsors this year, but it really, again, takes everyone in the whole community to come together for us to hit our goal.
Absolutely. Okay, so for folks who want to know more about the campaign, want to know more about what the United Way does, want to know more about how to give, what are some of the resources they should look for?
Facebook is an awesome way to donate. I actually the other day was just testing out the button and accidentally donated more than I meant to. So I definitely recommend Facebook. So try out Facebook if you're on Facebook. We're going to post a lot of our events on there. We're going to have videos from our events. Even right now we're on Facebook. So if you want to check us out on Facebook, that's probably the easiest place to go. You can also check us out on our website. which is uwindianacounty.org. You can also donate through our website as well. You can drop a check off at the United Way office, which is at 655 Church Street, I think. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm awesome with memory. So 655 Church Street,
Not
if
so
you want to
awesome.
drop it off there too. Yeah.
Not so awesome as he thinks, is he?
That's awesome in like the humbleness department, apparently. No, hopefully we're getting the right amount of visibility up there. So down at First Commonwealth Bank on the corner of Philadelphia and 6th Street, there's the thermometer, and we get to, every time we go up 10% in goal, we get to add a red heart. So the 40% heart is going up. And then I think just another big thank you to some folks that help us with visibility. We have a Live United banner across Philadelphia Street that Fast Times donated their services to help us hang. And I think Clint was actually going to maybe wanted to tell us about his experience in helping with that.
I had a very graceful video that you can also find on Facebook. Tony Medved's the owner of Fast Times. We called him and asked him if he would help us put up our sign. He said yes. He went down, and I was supposed to pretend I was hanging it up. Of course, I'm scared in the thing, so he let me put up 2 little clips at the very end. I did it on video on Facebook. Super scary. I almost fell out of it.
It turns out he's afraid of height.
Oh, yeah.
Not a good time, but if you want to watch a video that makes me seem not so confident, that's the place to go.
Well, that you're able to make fun of yourself. That makes it all happy. It makes it a happy thing. All right. So anything else folks need to know about United Way right now? We
have some really exciting stuff coming up that you're going to be blown away next time we come in here.
Right,
you're going to enjoy it. We have some fun stuff coming up for Turkey-thon. We have some really good stuff coming up for Pancake and Sausage Day. So mark your calendars for those days. It's November 5th and November 23rd.
Makes me look forward to when you're coming next. When is that? Right at the end of the month?
It's October 30th.
All
yes,
right.
definitely mark your calendar.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You've got guests coming with you?
Maybe some
Yeah.
special
Maybe.
guests.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
There are definitely some special guests.
Can't wait for this. Hey,
Yeah.
thanks for both coming in today.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Todd.
Next time, Chris, no more short jokes.
Right?
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe one or two. It's the voice of Indiana County, WCCS AM 1160 and 101.1 FM.